Welcome back to another episode of The Coconut Code. It's day 9 of a 100% distilled water only fast. And I was talking to one of my friends today and he asked me, why distilled water? Why not spring water or mineral water? What about all the vitamins? And the answer is really simple. It's because of a book from Dr. Joel Fuhrman, and I'll go ahead and put that book up here so you can check it out. And that's pretty much why I got to the section, and that's what he does, that's what he recommends doing. And since this guy has administered, I don't know, 40,000 fasts, and Dr. Joel Fuhrman is a really interesting guy because he treats illnesses through food. And I love that Hippocrates said, "Let thy food be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy food." And I really believe in the laws of nature and that our body can cure itself and a lot of these things. I think that there is some reasons for using, Western philosophy when it comes to ailments and disease. I think there's always an exception to the rule, but in most cases, it's going to be the food that will dramatically heal and accelerate the recovery process. So when I was talking to this very good friend of mine, something came up in the conversation, and it was around food addiction and breaking food addiction. And one of the things I had said is that I'm really breaking this food addiction, which is fantastic. And it brought on my mind to instantly have this thought. And it's from an ancient philosophy, and it's something that I had read, and it talks about an uncarved block. And basically what they're talking about is if you have an uncarved block, and let's say for instance, you uncarving that block would be eating fried chicken, or uncarving the block would be having French fries or McDonald's for the first time. Once you uncarve the block, that's it. The block is uncarved. You've now had experience, and therefore you can have those cravings. You can start to say, this is something that I want, because you have recollection, And what I was telling my friend is I've kind of, in a unique way, making my uncarved block whole again, so that way I have a complete block. And that brings me to this point. Once I have that whole block and I've broken these very hard addictions, which, why call food an addiction, right? It's food. We eat, we pleasure in it and everything, but food really can be an addiction. There's so much stuff that's unhealthy, and there's so many things that are healthy. So there's certain things that the body can get nutrients from and all of this, and all this stuff. But all I'm saying is I like to think that in my mind, I can make my uncarved block whole again by doing something like this, by doing a dramatic break that the body remembers and the mind remembers. And then now I'll be very careful moving forward not to uncarve my block. All right, and thanks for tuning in. For some more interesting videos, I put up a very neat video from Arnold Schwarzenegger with some of his greatest tips, and another video with Napoleon Hill with some of his greatest tips. And those will be in just a moment here. Make sure to subscribe. We got more coming for you.